Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. Still venturing along the Cairns to Melbourne route, stopping at a few locations. And on this occasion, you cannot help but notice this in the landscape when you're driving these very flat areas of Queensland. So I'm still in Queensland, and I've passed pretty much the mountain ranges. And you see this, what I'm about to show you, in the distance. Cannot miss it. It's like a pimple on the surface of the earth. It's a giant silo. It has murals on it. It's got some lovely contrasting colour, so it really does stand out. We're in the township of Thallon, I think is how you pronounce it, Thallon. It has pretty much everything a small town needs. It's got a pub, it's got a cricket club, it's got a general store. This is grain growing, or collection area for grain growing. There is a bit of a history, it appears to be, with the railways. And this is just a quick stop. I will drive through the actual town proper, and we'll have a little look. I did get the drone up, so we've got the drone up already. It's taken in the silo, with some of the bird life not happy with the drone. They get close, but they realise that it's no threat to them, and they just badger the poor drone. I will spin the camera in and I'll show you what we're looking at. So that's your beacon in the distance. You cannot miss this as you're driving up. It's the silos there, and there's a lot of grain underneath these giant tarpaulins or canvas covers, so the birds don't get at it. And there is a school here, as mentioned. This is part of an arts trail. So I'll show you that as well. So if you're in the area and you wanted to follow the arts trail, there is one. But there's some sculptures here that I like. This is pretty much, I'm right near a caravan park. It has free barbecues, it has the toilets, and has those amenities of showers for free. It has power that you can plug into. I'm assuming must be for free. I don't see anywhere where they're asking you to pay any money, which is just a great service. Obviously you're going to have to go into town to get your general goods, and even maybe have a meal at the pub. It's supposed to be quite well known according to all the signs. There's a dump area if you've got a motorhome or a caravan to put your waste somewhere. And this is just the shower blocks and toilets. And I'll just zoom out again. So there's your shower blocks and toilets. And I wanted to show you this thing as well. Now, once again, we've seen this in a place called Roma. I'm just wondering if it came from there at one stage. But check out this. What a beauty. It's a lovely piece of art. Someone's pretty good with their steel work. Just lovely. Look at that. Very, very good. I like it. Now I'm not going to cross the fields here because it's very muddy. It had been raining overnight. I did not stay at this town. I'm just driving through. So this is the local Francis Hotel in Thallon that's been mentioned as the popular pub. I think it's the only pub. Okay, so overnight camping available at this recreation. Fees for the power sites to be... Oh, so you paid at the pub. Fair enough. So if you want to stay here, you pay at the pub. Very, very good. So this is some more artwork. I think someone's got a, what do you call them, a plasma cutters that cut steel. And he's doing some good work. So that's a lovely photo, or a lovely cutout of steel. And then once again, there is a notice board about the First Nations heritage, which we should never ignore. And if you want to have a read. Now I'm sort of looking at something, and I remember reading this somewhere else about the Moonee River, as in Moonee Ponds, because I passed a huge, and I mean a huge, cattle station coming through Queensland, and we're talking miles long, and there was a huge sign with the sign Moonee Ponds, and I thought, I wonder if it's got anything to do with another. There was two people that came into question about the suburb of Moonee Ponds in Victoria. And we're talking about the one with that Dame Edna Beveridge supposedly comes from, if you know that character. And it suggested that the name came from either a police officer or a surveyor by the name of Moonee, but also there might have been a native Aboriginal with that name. It's just interesting whether or not they made it up this way, and it's got any reference to that as well. So there's another. Just press pause, read it at your own pace. But very, very good. Once again, in the background, a lot of trucks, and these are more silo trucks because we are in an agricultural area, as opposed to we've now passed the coal mining areas. But I'm sure that probably crops up again. I can tell you that the van's going terrific. Hasn't missed a beat. I just noticed that the front hubcap's missing, but I looked at the very first photo I took of the vehicle and it was missing then anyway, so my panic of me maybe losing a hubcap is not justified. So once again, we'll have a quick look at the town and we'll continue on. Now, as we're driving around school, there's a lot more artwork on display, which is quite interesting. So there's obviously a few people in the district that are very creative with steelworks, which I find quite interesting. And I guess it might be a hobby that someone's taken on, or a few people have, and they're putting it to a really good use. We're just coming up to one more, and just over here. So this is the railway station. We'll have a quick look, see what it's all about. So there's the more sculptures of people in steel, and I don't know if you captured that. I'll see if I can capture him on the camera. I'm not sure. Oh, he's gone. He's too fast for us. I think it was a lizard. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, let's have a look at this railway station. Wow. I'm not even sure if this is even in play anymore, but I'm assuming it is. Maybe just for freight, as in the for the grain. There's really not much to be said about this place. Once again, just on the, I'll put it in the middle of the screen, so just there is what I believe the railway station, or something of the accommodation for maybe the staff at one stage. And once again, you have to go to this Francis Hotel if you want to stay there the night. It's more of your luxury accommodation, which is quite interesting. So I don't think this was well, it might have been back in the day, I guess, a passenger service, but somehow I've got my belief that it just might be one for freight and a collection of grain. Very good. Excellent. So once again, this is just a reminder that if you do want to stay at the quarters, they're called, air-conditioned, comfortable accommodation, you just got to contact the people at the pub, which we'll go to next. So we have a giant sculpture of a wombat. Very good. And this is, we'll go down to the town proper. Looks like the pub and the general store open 7 days a week. You've got another set of toilet blocks right here. Very good. So I'll just do a U-turn and park out in front here. So there's your Thallon coffee shop. As it mentioned, 7 AM to 7 PM, 7 days, meals and hot food. And then you have the Francis Hotel. And it looks like that's where you go if you want to stay at the caravan park. If you want one of those powered sites, there's probably a small fee, and away you go. Very good. They do have a little beer garden. What a great little town. So if you're looking for a place to rest, camp up, this wouldn't be too bad. Very, very good. So according to the reviews, great coffee, great people, right here at the pub. I love it. Very, very good. Now I do like all the old vintage signs. The genuine Vic's powder, or Vincent's powder I should say, for all pain. Now I can tell you my back is still sore. I keep taking some tablets every morning, and it sees me through for the rest of the day, which is great. So this is what greets you in the pub. A lot of old photos. Very good. They do have a kitchen area, which is great. And also some great photos of the silos. It really does. Those silos do stand out. And I'm assuming there's accommodation for those who want to stay at the pub as well. Very good. So there is a drop bear. For those who are unaware, bears do drop from the ceilings or from tree branches and land on your head. But feast your eyes on this country pub. Absolute beauty. Now I can tell you the publican, or the lady that was that greeted me with our questions, she was terrific, very welcoming. And I'm a little bit early, so she's allowed me to just film inside, which is just great. So those who are passing this way, by all means, very much I think it's worth making the effort to stop. It does appear to be a fishing location as well, and you can see how a lot of people have graffitied their name, and when they were here, along the whiteboard here, pretty much anything that's white. So there you go. Most impressed, and it's very, very cool. So if it's a hot day, this is probably not a bad place to come and have a drink and rest your weary bones. So once again, it looks like a huge trucking stop as well. And the lady that's running the pub said that the lady who's running the coffee shop is just as nice. So that's fantastic. So we'll see what's inside. I need to get more liquids. One thing I've noticed on this trip is you do need to take a lot of liquids in. Okay, so this is where I jump in with a little bit more researched information as opposed to me just surmising and wandering around and guessing what I think I'm looking at. So Thallon, that's Thallon, is in southwest Queensland. It's about 151 kilometres or 355 miles west of the state capital, Brisbane. The town is situated roughly towards the east of the locality, and the Moonee River flows from south to north through the locality and just to the west of the town. The Carnarvon Highway passes north to south through the locality and through the town as Hill Street, connecting the street to St George to the north and Mungindi on the border with New South Wales. The South Western Railway line passes through the locality from east to west, and the town is served for freight rail by the Thallon Railway Station. In 1911, the area was set aside for settlement, and 780 acres were gazetted as a town reserve. The town's name comes from its railway station, which in turn was named on the 17th of January 1911 by the Queensland Railways Department after James Forsyth Thallon, who was born in 1847 and passed in 1911, who was the Queensland Commissioner for Railways from 1900 to 1911. The land use is a mixture of crop growing and grazing on native vegetation. It is a major wheat and wool growing area. In 2015, the town of Thallon decided to build a large statue of a northern hairy-nosed wombat as one of Australia's biggest things attractions for tourists, and to highlight the critical endangerment status of the species, which had once inhabited the Thallon area but is now extinct in that area. The statue is 2 by 3.5 metres and was built by David Joffe of NatureWorks in Brisbane. It arrived in Thallon in October 2017 and is on display in the park on Pine Street. So that's basically about it with the history of Thallon, so please enjoy the aerial views. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the small town of Thallon. And yep, the hospitality here from the locals is terrific, no question about it. And once again, if you do like the video, by all means, click on the like button or the thumbs up icon. Please consider subscribing. Subscribing does not cost you 1 cent, but it really does help the channel immensely. But most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and have a great day. And thank you for watching. So there is a lot of roadworks going on. This is just coming out of Thallon, the town itself. And you just go slow, all is good. And away you go again. Very, very good.